Ultimate Thor is a reimagined version of the God of Thunder introduced in Marvel's Ultimate Marvel imprint, which sought to modernize and recontextualize classic characters for a new audience. Created by Mark Millar and Brian Hitch, Ultimate Thor first appeared in The Ultimates number 4, 2002, as a member of the Ultimates, the Ultimate Universe's equivalent of the Avengers. In contrast to the classic Thor of Earth 616, Ultimate Thor presents a more ambiguous and nuanced take on the Norse god of thunder, blending mythology, science fiction, and political themes. Ultimate Thor's origin is deliberately ambiguous in the early stories. Initially, it is unclear whether he is truly the Norse god of thunder or a delusional human who gained superhuman abilities through advanced technology. This mystery sets him apart from the Earth 616 Thor, whose divine origins are firmly established. Early in the Ultimates, Thor claims to be the son of Odin, sent to Earth to protect humanity. However, other characters question his sanity, suspecting he is merely a man with stolen technology. Thor's powers come from his belt and hammer, both of which are advanced technological devices. This fuels skepticism about his divine heritage. It is eventually revealed that Thor is indeed the Norse god of thunder, reincarnated on Earth. The confusion stems from the fusion of his divine essence with a mortal identity and the use of advanced Asgardian technology. Ultimate Thor's design deviates from the classic Earth 616 look: hair and beard. He sports long, blonde hair and a full beard, giving him a rugged, Viking-like appearance. Costume. His outfit is more modern, featuring leather pants, a sleeveless shirt, and a high-tech utility belt. The classic winged helmet is absent. Hammer. Ultimate Thor wields a distinctly different hammer. Instead of Mjolnir's traditional mystical appearance, the Ultimate version is a high-tech hybrid between a warhammer and a battle axe. This weapon symbolizes the blend of mythology and science in his character. Ultimate Thor possesses abilities that mirror his Earth 616 counterpart, but with notable differences due to the technological nature of his weapons. Superhuman strength and durability. As a god, or due to his advanced tech, Thor is immensely strong, capable of lifting and smashing objects of immense size. His durability allows him to withstand bullets, explosions, and powerful energy attacks. Electrokinesis. Thor controls lightning and storms, summoning them at will. His lightning-based attacks are devastating, capable of destroying entire battalions. Flight. His belt and hammer enable him to fly at incredible speeds. Enhanced reflexes and combat skills. Thor is a highly skilled hand-to-hand combatant and proficient in wielding his hammer in battle. The hammer, Ultimate Mjolnir. Unlike the mystical Mjolnir of Earth 16, Ultimate Thor's hammer is a technological marvel, incorporating advanced Asgardian science. The hammer doubles as an axe and has an energy-emitting core, making it a powerful offensive weapon. Divine resistance. Even when Thor's hammer and belt are removed, he retains significant strength and resilience, hinting at his true godly nature. War Thor is a striking incarnation of the Thunder God, introduced as part of Marvel Comics' The Mighty Thor series. This version of Thor represents the raw, unbridled fury of vengeance and the devastation that unchecked rage can bring. War Thor is not a different Thor entirely, but a manifestation of the rage that can consume even the noblest of warriors. War Thor emerges in The Mighty Thor, Volume 2, number 20, 2017, written by Jason Aaron with art by Russell Dauterman. This storyline occurs during Jane Foster's tenure as Thor, and it explores how grief, anger, and loss can drive a warrior to extremes. War Thor wields a blood-red version of Mjolnir from an alternate reality, symbolizing his transformation into an agent of war and destruction. The War Thor identity is assumed by Volstagg, one of the Warriors Three and a longtime ally of the original Thor. Known for his jovial nature and loyalty, Volstagg undergoes a harrowing transformation after witnessing unspeakable tragedy. The tragedy. Volstagg experiences the devastation of the War of the Realms firsthand. During a conflict in Nidavellir, fire goblins slaughter innocent children, an act that shatters Volstagg's cheerful demeanor. Consumed by grief and rage, Volstagg becomes susceptible to the influence of the alternate Mjolnir. The blood-red Mjolnir. This hammer originates from the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610. where it served as the weapon of that universe's Thor. Following the events of Secret Wars, the hammer survives and ends up on Earth 616. When Volstagg lifts this hammer, he is transformed into War Thor, gaining immense power, but also becoming consumed by the hammer's violent nature. War Thor's design reflects his transformation. Armor: Volstagg's traditional Asgardian garb is replaced with heavy, battle-worn armor, emphasizing his shift from jovial warrior to relentless avenger. Hammer: the blood-red Mjolnir is larger and more menacing than the original, radiating power and anger. Aura: War Thor exudes a crimson glow, signifying the destructive energy coursing through him. War Thor is defined by his grief and fury, a stark departure from Volstagg's usual lighthearted and jovial demeanor. Loss of humanity: the tragedy at Nidavellir strips Volstagg of his compassion, leaving only a thirst for vengeance. As War Thor, he prioritizes destruction over justice, a mindset that contrasts sharply with the traditional Thor's moral code. Conflict with Jane Foster: War Thor's actions bring him into conflict with Jane Foster's Thor. Jane represents balance and compassion, qualities that War Thor has forsaken. Their confrontation highlights the dangers of letting rage dictate actions, even in the pursuit of justice. Inner struggle: Volstagg struggles to reconcile his actions as War Thor with his former self. This internal conflict adds depth to his character, illustrating how even the noblest heroes can falter under the weight of grief. Thor Odinson, the Asgardian god of thunder, is one of the most iconic and enduring characters in the Marvel Universe. Known as the Prime Universe Thor, he originates from Earth 616, the primary continuity in Marvel Comics. Created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby, Thor made his first appearance in Journey into Mystery number 83, 1962. Rooted in Norse mythology but reimagined through the lens of superhero storytelling, Thor is a blend of divine power, warrior spirit, and human vulnerability. Birth and heritage: Thor is the son of Odin, the All-Father, and Gaia, the Earth Goddess, giving him a unique connection to both Asgard and Midgard, Earth. Raised in Asgard, he is groomed to be a warrior and future king, wielding immense strength and a deep sense of duty. Mjolnir: Thor's legendary hammer, Mjolnir, is enchanted with the inscription, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." Mjolnir grants Thor the ability to summon lightning, control storms, and fly. It is also a symbol of his worthiness and integrity. Dual identity: as part of his humility training, Odin sends Thor to Earth, erasing his memory and placing him in the guise of Dr. Donald Blake, a mortal physician. This dual identity plays a crucial role in Thor's journey of self-discovery. Thor's character evolves significantly over decades, reflecting the themes of responsibility, humility, and redemption. From arrogance to humility, initially brash and overconfident, Thor learns humility during his time as Donald Blake. His interactions with humanity teach him compassion and empathy. The protector of Earth: while Thor fights for Asgard and its realms, he grows to love Earth and its people, often risking his life to defend them. Struggles with worthiness: a recurring theme in Thor's story is his struggle to remain worthy of Mjolnir. This internal conflict adds depth to his character, as he must continually prove his valor and integrity. Thor is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. His abilities stem from his Asgardian heritage, his connection to Mjolnir, and his role as the God of Thunder. Superhuman attributes: enhanced strength, speed, durability, and stamina make him a formidable warrior. Thor's strength is virtually unmatched, allowing him to lift vast weights and defeat cosmic-level foes. Weather manipulation: Thor commands the elements, summoning storms, rain, and lightning. He can channel this power through Mjolnir for devastating attacks. Immortality and healing: as an Asgardian, Thor ages very slowly and possesses a regenerative healing factor. Combat skills: a master of armed and unarmed combat, Thor has honed his skills over millennia of battle. Mjolnir's powers: beyond its offensive capabilities, Mjolnir allows Thor to teleport, manipulate energy, and detect magical anomalies. Old King Thor, also known as King Thor, is a future version of Thor Odinson from Earth 14412, a timeline far beyond the events of the main Marvel Universe. Introduced in Thor, God of Thunder, #1, 2012, by Jason Aaron and Esad Ribic, Old King Thor represents Thor at the end of his journey, embodying the culmination of his wisdom, power, and burdens. The All-Father of Asgard, Old King Thor is the last surviving Asgardian, ruling over a desolate, ruined Asgard in a universe that has succumbed to entropy. As the All-Father, he wields the Odin Force, now called the Thor Force, making him one of the most powerful beings in existence. A dying universe. This future timeline shows a universe in decline, with the stars fading, the realms destroyed, and Earth long abandoned. Old King Thor presides over the remnants, haunted by memories of his failures and triumphs. Old King Thor plays a pivotal role in Jason Aaron's Thor, God of Thunder storyline. He battles Gorr, the God Butcher, who aims to eliminate all gods across time. Thor's older self teams up with his younger and present-day counterparts to stop Gorr, showcasing his wisdom and power. The Necrosword and Galactus. In the King Thor series, he faces Galactus, who seeks sustenance from the dying universe. Thor defeats Galactus but inadvertently becomes the host of the Necrosword, a weapon of pure evil, leading to a confrontation with Loki, the Necro God. The final battle. Thor's ultimate battle is against Loki, who wields the Necrosword and seeks to end all existence. Despite the overwhelming odds, Thor prevails, demonstrating the resilience of hope and heroism. The Lord of Earth Thor is an alternate version of Thor Odinson from Marvel Comics, depicted in the dystopian future of Earth 3515. Introduced in Thor. Lord of Earth, the mighty Thor #68 to #79, 2003 to 2004. This version of Thor is a chilling exploration of what happens when absolute power corrupts even the noblest of heroes. The story delves into Thor's struggle with morality, his descent into tyranny, and the consequences of his unchecked rule over humanity. On Earth 3515, Thor assumes the role of Earth's ruler after growing disillusioned with humanity's inability to govern itself effectively. Using his godlike powers and the technology of Asgard, Thor transforms Earth into a utopian dictatorship, enforcing peace through absolute control. Inciting event. This timeline diverges from the main continuity when Thor becomes frustrated with constant wars and the suffering of innocents. After defeating Dr. Doom, Thor decides to intervene directly in human affairs, violating the traditional Asgardian non-interference policy. Transformation. Over time, Thor's well-meaning actions evolve into tyranny as he imposes his will on the world, believing it to be the only way to ensure peace. Thor's reign as the Lord of Earth is explored through a dramatic narrative that highlights the consequences of absolute power. The Resistance. Heroes like Captain America, Iron Man, and the remnants of the Avengers form a resistance against Thor's rule, viewing his actions as a betrayal of the freedom they cherish. Thor vs. Beta Ray. Beta Ray Bill, one of Thor's closest allies, confronts him, leading to a tragic battle that underscores how far Thor has fallen. Loki's manipulation. Loki, ever the schemer, plays a pivotal role in Thor's descent, subtly manipulating events to ensure Thor's rule ends in chaos. The final confrontation. In the climactic battle, Thor faces his younger self from the main timeline, Earth 616. The encounter forces Lord of Earth Thor to confront the man he once was, and the ideals he abandoned. Redemption and sacrifice. Realizing the error of his ways, Thor sacrifices himself to undo the damage he caused, allowing humanity to regain its freedom. The Thor of the Great Depression is a version of Thor Odinson introduced in Marvel Comics as part of a storyline set during the economic turmoil of the 1930s. This iteration of Thor offers a fascinating exploration of how the God of Thunder might interact with the societal challenges of that era. Though not as well known as other versions of Thor, this depiction emphasizes themes of resilience, justice, and hope amidst widespread despair. Historical context. The Great Depression was a period of severe economic hardship in the United States and globally, marked by widespread unemployment, poverty, and social unrest. In this timeline, Thor finds himself amidst the struggles of everyday people,